I am a-fixin' to put celery, got 4 small heads of celery or whatever they're called, chopped them up in a food chopper. So I take strips of wax paper, I take my 1/2 cup of chopped celery, place it on there. All I'm doing this for is so that my food saver does not suck up the moisture. So I'm gonna tuck it over, pull my celery in, and roll it. I do not like canned celery, and if I just freeze celery, wrap it in wax paper or aluminum and put it in the freezer, it very quickly gets those crystals on it and then it's freezer burned. So I like these 1/2 bags. They come in, a full sheet. So what I do is I seal the end of them, then I slice off with my food saver the size bag that I want, and I cut it in 1/2. You just peel it back. So I don't like canned celery, and this is the way I choose to do it to preserve celery. I use a lot of celery, potato salads, onion, celery, and bell pepper because I'm a Cajun or a Kunas, and that's what we use to start everything with for our roux, our gumbos, our creoles, our etouffees. So a 1/2 cup, fold it over, tuck it back, roll it. I twist the end, twist my other end. I'm gonna slide it in the bag. So here is your bag. After you seal it, you simply pull back on the perforated part, and that edge is sealed. And I mark it with 1/2 cup celery. Sometimes I spell it C-E-L-E-Y because, you know, you get tired of writing. Find the opening. That's a little important. Slide it in. So they are separated. I tuck them into the Suck It Up channel. It's a sucker bag. Close it without cutting your fingers off. Won't really cut your fingers off. Hit the moist setting and vacuum it. Mine no longer cuts off, so I do it manually with cancel and seal. And end up with several of these. I put them in a grocery bag and drop them into my chest freezer. And then I have celery chopped already whenever I need it. Easy peasy. Boom shakalaka, bam, celery, easy. If I can do it, you can do it. Been a cooking fool, making potato salad today. This is a big bowl of celery. Yeah, buddy. What else you got better to do up in your house? I went fishing, except it's chilly here today, so I didn't get nothing. And a crab stole my mullet. So that happened. So now I'm just gonna stay inside where it's warm and suck up some celery bags. Sucky bags, food saver. If you ain't got one, get one. You will never have freezer burn for anything. It's the same thing I do with meat, wrapping them in wax paper. Then I put them in the sucky bags, and then I drive my food saver. You will never have freezer burn unless you perforate these bags in your freezer. And you do have to make an effort to do that. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. Always trying to do something. I also keep this as an example. This is 1 cup of onion chopped, and this is from 2012. If you do not perforate this bag, this keeps everything from getting freezer burned. And I've shown you in the past, I freeze red peppers this way. We grew these, they were not moist by the time I started slicing them, but I put 1 red pepper. This is from August to 2014, and this red pepper has no issues. So, food saver. It's something to consider if you're getting your money back from the government in the stimulus, to consider getting a food saver. our food supply still has to catch up after this nightmare we've been living, okay? And May 1st, we need to all get jiggy with it and get back out in the world, because I'm ready. So anyway, it's a heck of an investment to ensure that what foods you have in your freezer are safe. I mean, it's a sucky bag, a food saver, and a marker. It ain't rocket science. And even though mine stopped with the automatic vacuum stopper, it doesn't matter, because I have had this. I've been here almost 8 years, and I had this, had it 2 years before that. So this is 10 years old. But what I did when I got it was I always read reviews on Amazon, and they said something important was not just close your lid, but to put some little stoppers on the side that protects your heat element. So I did. And my heat element is still fine. And look, I got plenty of chopped celery. So keep staying safe. Keep thinking of ways to preserve the food you're able to get at this time. I don't go anywhere without a mask on. I made some of them. At first, before I could get my sewing machine going, I made the one with a bandana and the ponytail holders. Then I got my sewing machine out and made myself some 3 layers. And I didn't have ties, so I made them out of fabric. So I ain't trying to be styling out there, but this is a very good material that I used. Anyone who does quilting can certainly use their fat quarters. My husband's even wearing one, but I didn't make him a sissy looking one with flip-flops. So that's my little compost, but it's worth it. Got lots of celery put up. Take care, stay safe, wear your mask, and wash your dad-burned hands good with soap.